I've been to Indonesia twice in my life. It's a country with a population of at least 250 million people, and it's like the 10th largest country in the world. But I can't seem to figure out why it's like that large, but it's full of islands. Like at least 1,500 or at least 15,000, I'm not too sure. So my first trip involves me taking a boat from Singapore to Batam Island. I just do this so I can say, I've been to Indonesia. Not much to see in Batam Island apart from the big "Welcome to Batam" Hollywood style sign and the nice mosques. So then I take the boat back. You know what, I think to myself, next time I go to Indonesia, I'm definitely going to the island of Java, Jakarta. 2 years later, I'm in East Timor, a country that is surrounded by Indonesia, a country that occupied them for 24 years. And then so my only way to get out of East Timor without going back to Australia or without spending a lot of money to get to Singapore is through Indonesia. So I fly Timor-Leste, Dili, capital, to Bali. And my plane from Bali to Jakarta was delayed, even though there were so many flights from Bali to Jakarta. I didn't want to change my plans because I thought, you know, well, this kills a few of my time in Jakarta and I've got to leave tomorrow to get back to Singapore. So, as I'm walking around Bali airport, I paid $35 to get to the country. Months later, visa fees were scrapped completely. And people are just bothering me for a taxi. Like, you want a taxi? Taxi? You want a taxi, sir? Taxi, sir? Taxi? I'm like, no, I'm in transit. I don't need a taxi. I'm not going anywhere. But to Java. If I had a lot of time, I would have basically just said, you know what, I'm just going to travel to the western part of Bali and get a boat across to Java and then make my own way back to Jakarta. But then, you know, I didn't have time because I had to leave the next day. So I flew into Jakarta airport. It took me over an hour and a half to get into the city because of all that traffic. I had a really nice time in Jakarta. I saw the National Monument, I went inside the National Mosque, and then when I'm standing inside the cathedral that the Dutch built, I can hear the call of prayer. At the time of my life, horrible things had happened, and there was a lot of prejudgment towards Muslims around the world because of the whole Daesh bullshit. And then it just made me think, you know, I'm kind of grateful that I don't have to follow any religion in my life because of laws, you know. And I kind of thought it was amazing how basically Java or Jakarta is not all about Muslim people. There are Christians that live there as well. There's Christians all over Indonesia. Seriously? There's even some islands in Indonesia that are full of Christian people. So, at the end of the day, I left Jakarta, got on a plane to Singapore. I haven't been back since. If I really wanted to go back to Indonesia, I would definitely just go to Sulawesi, where there are a bunch of people of Dutch Jewish descent that live there and run the only synagogue in Indonesia. And then also I'd like to cross from West Papua to Papua New Guinea because I haven't entered Papua New Guinea by land.